Hi, I'm Steve Wedge. Welcome back to Living with Microsoft Office 365. Today I'm going to talk to you about having standards for Office 365 services within your organization and things you should be considering. So to make sure that you do have some standards. It is the cloud, but don't let it become the Wild West. It's particularly important when you have multiple businesses operating within a single tenant. Try to let go of control of those things which should sit with your businesses. Empower your people by allowing them to create and manage groups, teams, etc. But have standards which you can control to prevent things becoming a mess. Use the power of Azure AD to automate as much as possible. Use of dynamic groups can significantly reduce the support overhead, but it is dependent on having good quality data. As I said earlier, you need to do your housekeeping in advance to avoid moving one pile of mess from your on-premises environment into the cloud. Use conditional access policies to enforce MFA, although this does require Azure AD premium licenses. It is worth investing in. Minimize the number of privileged access accounts that are provisioned. Core View can definitely help you with this by abstracting management support layers for most workloads. Other SaaS management platforms could also provide similar services, but in my experience, Core View is a very good, robust, and extensive product for managing Office 365. Think about locking down access. The Azure AD portal is visible to all authenticated users by default. Obviously, their rights are limited, but do you want everybody to have the ability to go poking around in Azure AD? Think about whether you're going to enable self-service features in Azure AD, such as group management and password reset. These can be very valuable in empowering your user base and removing some of the load on your IT help desk, reducing the number of tickets, the number of calls that are coming in. Think about branding your tenant so that it reflects your corporate identity and your people know that they're in the right place. Think about your account naming standards, aligning logon, email and Skype, Teams address so that they're all the same. You've got the same user principal name, the same primary SMTP address, the same SIP address, so that there's no confusion about how people access services. And think about how you're going to maintain compliance with regulatory obligations using Office 365 Azure AD policies to manage the access to data, mitigating against the risks of data loss or leakage. Again, think about which workloads are going to be used. So, things like Sway, Staff Hub, etc. Do they have a place within your organization, and is it better to just hide those from the user community so that you're not creating questions about what to use where for products that you don't actually want people to be making use of. Think about what licenses are going to need to be purchased and all the standards around the features that are going to be enabled day one progressively, or indeed whether some are not going to be enabled. Just going back to what I was saying about Staff Hub, Sway, bookings is another example. When deploying Microsoft 365, what products are not going to be allowed moving forward are outside of the Microsoft stack. So, for example, Slack, Zoom, Box, Dropbox, etc. How do you prevent those or shut down the usage of those products within your organization? And then, going back to return on investment, how do these costs that you're removing by taking that approach feed into your ROI? And there are a multitude of other things to think about when considering Office 365 standards. One of the organisations where I worked, we created a standards document that ran to almost 200 pages. So it's not something that's going to be covered in a 3 or 4 minute vlog, but it just gives you a flavour of some of the things that you need to be thinking about. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about working with partners. That's both partners for your migration, but also partners for operational support and some of the challenges that that may bring to your organisation. Okay, so thanks again for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.